Kenyan exports to Uganda between January and June this year increased by 5.2 billion shillings compared to the same period last year. According to the East Africa Business Council Executive Director Peter Mathuki, the increase was as a result of harmonized East Africa phytosanitary regulations that has seen Kenyan producers increase access to the Ugandan market.
In the first 2 quarters of 2019, Kenyan-Ugandan trade stood at 25.1 billion shillings in favor of Kenya. Despite reduced activities at the Kenyan-Ugandan Busia border, as traffic snarl-ups characterized the border crossing points due to COVID-19 containment measures, trade between the two countries increased to 30.3 billion shillings during the period under review.
When you look at January to now, the exports that Kenya has made to Uganda is almost close to about $284 million. And that is actually more than what was made last year, which was about $239.
The increase is attributed to harmonized phytosanitary standards among East African Community member states that has seen Kenya agriculture producers access the Ugandan market.
As a private sector, as the apex body of private sector in East Africa, to make sure that we continue engaging with governments to resolve some of these problems.
We request organizations like the World Food Programme as well as the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Industrialization to take a major role in this, in ensuring that we build the necessary infrastructure.
These as East African Business Councils warn that 40% of foodstuffs in the Kenyan market is contaminated with aflatoxin.
Realizing that 40% of the food you find in a local market is actually contaminated.
East African trade stakeholders are calling for concerted efforts to fight aflatoxin contamination in the region that has cost the East African countries 26.7 billion shillings in export and post-harvest losses.
The issue of aflatoxin require us to look into aspects of policy, legislation, regulation, standards, issues of coordination, infrastructure, capacity development.
The government has been contemplating taking over distribution of Aflasafe, a product that controls aflatoxin contamination, on what it terms as slow distribution of the product by the private company, awarded the tender to distribute to farmers. Benson Rioba reporting for Channel 1 Business.